Prediction ascension is here. Hate me or love me, there's no in between. So you already know that they hating on your boy Trump. Like Uncle Donnie's gonna put a bag over all these Democrats and libtards' heads, man. But we can already see it. CNN already has a meltdown. MSNBC already has a meltdown. They're talking about, oh, he's not coming. Who are these people that say they're from the Bronx and how are they supporting this? We're really blue. Nah. We're not blue, bro. We're not blue. I'm born and raised in New York City. I reside in the Bronx, born in Harlem. I didn't even buy the bullshit when Bill Clinton walked up 125th Street. Yeah, remember them days when Bill Clinton? Yeah. We was young, we fell for the bullshit, but now that I'm really seeing it, nah. He just catered to the bullshit of black people. They said let him walk up to 125th Street. He's buying the buildings. He actually took a walk. He walked up past the Apollo and stuff, so people fell for it. Nah, Donnie's the real deal. He's a real New Yorker, born and raised in New York, like he never been to the Bronx before. Trust me, this ain't his first time in the Bronx. He's been running. He hung out in all the 5 boroughs. He was making deals all over the place. Like, come on, he's a businessman that was born and raised in New York City. But watch the stupidity that you hear from these fucking Democrats, man. These democrats, dummycrats. Listen to this bullshit.
Rally asked if they're actually from the Bronx, because remember, the New York City borough of the Bronx boasts a majority of black, Latino, and blue voters. Yet that crowd, I'm just saying, it looked awfully white.
Where are you from? The Bronx, actually.
She's clearly Dominican. He's clearly black.
I'm from the Bronx.
She's white, black.
Right here.
First of all, I want to know, who are these Bronx people, because it's not clear.
Who are you? Because you're not from the Bronx, clearly, with that nasty pink grandma suit on, those black frames, which is not complimenting your face at all. When you go shop for glasses, you're shopping for a new identity. You need a decent pair of frames. You were ill-advised when you brought those frames, sweetheart. Then you got this blonde hair. Like, you look like a bad-built, big-back, Butch Cassidy looking bitch. You're twisted. And you got the nerve to tell us who's from the Bronx? You done lost your mind, shorty. This lady's crazy. Look at her. She's twisted.
To me, they're even from the Bronx, and so the picture is just tainted. I'm a New Yorker, and so
you ain't no New Yorker. You ain't from around here.
View the whole thing with skepticism.
What was the crowd like? What kind of response did he get?
Blacks, Puerto Ricans, whites, Jewish, everybody's there, bro.
For the entire country. Now, one of the things that was interesting to me is that the Trump campaign said that they were going to micro-target to get people from the community to come to this rally. I wasn't sure what to expect. I've gone to a lot of these rallies.
I don't own the rights to this music.
There are often people who travel hundreds of miles to see Donald Trump.
Look at Uncle Donnie up there. Look at Uncle Donnie.
However, one of the things that I found was that there were a lot of people here that were actually from the Bronx.
Not gonna buy.
Richie Torres is a scumbag.
Did you ever expect Donald Trump to come to the South
Not
Bronx?
really, no, never. Nobody else, I think, have done this. I think it's a good thing. It doesn't matter who it is.
I think I definitely am surprised. I don't think I would have.
Clearly, he's Latino.
Actually, I think him being
She's Latina.
Is cool. So I was like, I'm gonna just go through and see. We were interested, so we took a walk over, and it's pretty cool to see the different diversity of people that came and are coming together for today.
That's what I was going to say. Have you ever gone to a Trump rally? Are you political at all? Or are you just curious
No,
about
I've never been. I actually just came because it's in the Bronx.
I didn't expect it, to be honest.
Black guy.
Right here for Tona Park in the South Bronx, but us people, we love Trump.
I don't know of any president that's
Latina.
Did you ever expect him to come here?
No, not at all. Not at all. And I'm so excited.
No, never expected him to come here.
Black guy.
It's not like they say, not everybody dislikes him. We love him here. We're glad he showed up.
I think it's a good thing for the neighborhood. We all deserve to be here, whether we are from the left side or right side, doesn't matter. And plus, we need a little bit of, how you call it, a little bit of VIP attention.
I am looking
Look at this
forward
idiot.
to the response of
Oh, man, we got to vote her out, B. She's a cunt. Baby girl. She's a clown, B. AOC is the biggest clown there is. She wants females and she wants men and women's sports. She wants all gender bathrooms. She wants the Marxist fascism pushed into schools. commie bullshit going on. She don't want to put God first. It's ridiculous with these fucking Democrats, man. I'm sick of this shit. Especially her. She's a cunt. I'm voting you out too. Primary's coming out in June, man. Y'all better be out to vote, man. I'm standing on every line. I'm voting red, everything, B. Because they gotta go.
Everyday Bronxites talking about how they feel about him coming.
We don't
to
call
their
ourselves Bronxites. We're New Yorkers.
You don't belong here in the Bronx.
Right.
What do you say?
I disagree with that. I don't think she should be here in the Bronx.
Exactly.
I actually don't know any Democrats living in the
She's
Bronx.
an Italian from the Bronx.
Look at the tremendous support for Mr. Donald J. Trump.
You need to tell her that she need to stay out the Bronx because look at all the people around. Everybody's here for Trump.
I am a Democrat, and I belong here.
And who you voting for?
Donald J. Trump.
What has AFC done for the Bronx?
She's done nothing for the Bronx. Nothing. Nothing's changed. Nothing's gotten any better.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Let her come to the Bronx and let her come among us people that struggle. She doesn't even know what struggle is.
Doctor, are these voters just not offended at all by those types of comments and some of the actions he took as president?
Yeah, no, I will say I talked to these voters about the Central Park 5. I talked to them about some of the comments that he's made and the policies beyond rhetoric, right?
Central Park
They
5.
are just so focused on.
Central Park 5 was so long ago, and everyone turned on the Central Park 5, blacks and whites, because we was fed this narrative that we were all bad. But now we're realizing we're not all bad. The Central Park 5 was lied to, and that's why so many cases being overturned by you racist Democrats that push for attorney generals to be that has racism back in them and stuff like that to keep blacks and certain minority groups down. It's y'all. It wasn't Donald J. Trump. He felt for the narrative too. The lady that wrote the 2 books, the DA that wrote the 2 books on the Central Park 5, coerced them kids to ask the 5 young men when they were young to tell on themselves and believe that they did the crime, mentally dug into them. Then now she still is a martyr, not even a martyr. She's still boasted into her, and she's not even being boasted no more because some of her peers turned their backs on her. But she needs to be brought to jail too for doing that. She didn't care about children at that time. She didn't care about black kids. A white woman was raped. Somebody had to take the fall, and it was her. She was up for re-election. That's why she pushed so hard to convict anybody that was able to do it, be convicted at that time.
What their lives are like right now, what they can feel tangibly, that when I push back with those comments, they shut that down. They said, listen, he might say some things. Again, they focused on the rhetoric still because they feel like that's what the media sort of, consistently puts out there. They say he might say some stuff that's offensive, but at the end of the day, I feel like my life was better under former President Trump than under President Biden. And I take all of the points that we're hearing here, but this is what I hear from voters consistently, and we see this reflected in the data as we're seeing these numbers of black and Hispanic voters sort of getting
Because there's certainly
USA. That's all you hear out there, bro. That's all you hear out there. You don't hear anything else. Uncle Donnie's gonna take the reins and do what he needs to do, man. You already know predictions here. He's giving his point of view, his POV on everything that's going on right now. And I see they're upset. They're falling apart, man. They don't know what to do with themselves. The Democrats is falling apart. They got an article out right now that Chef G came on stage with him, and they said, yeah, Trump had two criminal rappers show up to his campaign rally up here in the Bronx. Alright, cool, but y'all calling Trump a felon every week. But he wasn't convicted of no crime. He went and got booked, and he had a booked in arraignment, and he had a mugshot. Then we ran with that. Now it's saying he can't hang out with the felons. He can't hang out with the liberals, the libtards. Can't hang out with Democrats. Now y'all shamming him, shunning him because he's hanging out with Chef G, alleged criminals now, rappers and stuff that's facing alleged criminal charges and stuff like that. Ain't Trump facing criminal charges? Why can't the felons all hang out together? Now it was an issue that he's hanging out. Oh, he had criminals, people facing felony charges show up to his rally. Ain't he facing a felony charge? Like, we can't hang out together now? Now that's the problem? Like, come on, man. Yeah, it's falling apart. But mark my words, man. In the June or July, they're gonna pull some other bullshit out they fucking rabbit's hat, and there's gonna be some bullshit going on with these fucking dummy cracks, man. They getting desperate, and we gotta get AOC out of here, Richie Green out of here. I'm voting everything red. I'm a conservative. Make America great again. MAGA 2024. Whatever you want to do. Uncle Donnie, we backing you. Eric Adams, your days is number 2. Everything's red. I'll be at the polls voting primaries this June. I'll be right down there in November. Whatever, man. I'm getting every time I'm voting this. I'm voting. No Democrat is staying in the seats anywhere in New York City no more. It's done. It's going full red. Shoplifters, everybody going to jail. You're mentally disturbed, go sit up in the jail cell or Rikers. You're mentally disturbed, we don't care, bro. We don't care. Go to jail. Mentally disturb your ass to sleep with a chocolate milk and a PB&J. If you're lucky, if they still serving that on Rikers. You know what I'm saying? Predicts Ascension, man. You already know I'm here. Predicts Ascension podcast. Hate me or love me, there's no in between. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Help me out with the algorithm. You already know who you voting for. Let me know. But it doesn't matter. They say your vote don't count, but it does count. When we come out in droves like that, they scared. The elites are scared, man. Put Donnie, the businessman, back in office.